Hey guys, it is me, Courtney, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am finally going to be walking you through my wash and go. This video has taken me a while to actually bring to you guys. I literally have recorded it, I think like 4 or 5 different times. And for whatever reason, the video quality wasn't working or the sound wasn't working. Just something about the video wasn't it. So hopefully in this video it works out perfectly. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and release it the way it is. And hopefully you guys still get the point of what I'm trying to get across, if that makes sense. So before I get started, I do want to mention this specific wash and go that you see in my hair right now isn't the wash and go that's going to be in this video per se. However, this wash and go is with the exact same products. The wash and go that you're gonna see as I'm talking is a wash and go that I did about 2 weeks ago, and it literally lasted me that full 2 weeks. I did this wash and go yesterday. Again, I use the same products that I'm going to talk about in the video, the same products that I did in the last wash and go, and so you can sort of see the results in the video as well as what you see here. So I kind of wanted to do that so you can see the consistency of this wash and go, if that makes sense. Now with this specific wash and go, when I started, it really wasn't that horrible of a situation. I still had a little bit of definition left from my first wash and go, or my previous wash and go I should say, and for the most part my last wash and go held up pretty well before this one. Usually I do like to wash my hair once a week. If not, like, my hair does tend to get a little bit more tangly, a little bit more dry. So to alleviate that, I try to wash my hair once a week. With this specific wash and go, as I said, it does last me about 2 weeks. So that's really good, especially if you're somebody who tries to push it out as long as you can. For my type of hair, my porosity, I do like using a clarifying shampoo. This is the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight. And it's a water to foam shampoo. It's supposed to be like sulfate free, paraben free, no silicones, all of that great stuff. One of the things I really like about this is because it's kind of like this spout, and I tend to wash my hair in the sink, it's really easy to get it directly on your scalp the way that you want it, you know what I mean? When I do wash my hair, I love washing my scalp and then letting the suds flow through the rest of my hair. So the fact that I can put this directly where I want it, I love that about this. And I can honestly say that with the shampoo, it gets my hair super clean, and it actually felt softer than I expected it to for this type of like clarifying shampoo in general. I was really surprised at how soft and detangleable my hair was. It made my hair super shiny, super clean, again easy to move, which was like really shocking for me because usually clarifying shampoos don't really do that. So usually after the main wash, I'll part my hair into 4 sections, of course, and I will clip that up. And I always start with one of the back sections first, just because the back of my head does take the longest to dry, and I just feel like the top of my head is a lot easier to do in general. So basically I'll take that section and then subsection that part as well. For me, it's easier to work in the smaller sections, especially with the longer my hair gets. But then I'll go in with the SheaMoisture Power Greens conditioner, but I'll take a little bit of that and start at the ends of my hair in that subsection, and I'll work it to the root. Literally, I'll finger comb that through, getting rid of any tangles or not, which surprisingly, again, with this wash and go, I didn't have that many. My hands slipped through fairly easy this go around. Once I'm done detangling, I'll put that section into a twist, and then I'll sort of move on to the next subsection and so on and so forth. Great thing as well about this specific wash and go is I did not get a lot of shedding. I always want to be mindful of how much my hair is shedding, what's normal and what's not. And also, as I'm sort of breaking through, if I feel any tangles or knots or anything at the end that I cannot unknot I'll go ahead and snip it off, you know what I mean? And just every time I wash it or detangle it, feeling for those ends, making sure I'm giving care and attention to my ends. So next I'll go ahead and wash out the conditioner, but I leave my twist in as I wash product out. The reason I do that, one, is because I have a ton of hair. Like, I know it doesn't always look like a lot, but there's just so many strands in there. So it is a time saver for me to be able to have all of my hair in a twist, rinse it out, and then work within the twist each time I do the next step, if that makes sense. And at this point, when I'm washing it out, I look for shine, I look for softness, manageability. Did my hair actually get moisturized? Is it detangled? That kind of thing. I'll pin it up, work in those same sections starting in the back, and then I use a deep conditioner or a mask. In this specific wash and go, and this one as well, I use the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. I try not to use a ton just because it is expensive. I use just enough for that subsection, and literally I'll just rake it through from the tip to the root, and I keep adding product where I need it. And you can already see the shine as I go through. You can see the clumpage as well. Each strand you can literally feel and see that it's being nourished, which is why I really love this stuff. But yeah, after that I'll go ahead and twist it back up. And once I'm done with my whole head, I'll put on a plastic shower cap. I'll be under the dryer for about 45 to 50 minutes. It really depends on how dry my hair is, but I'll go ahead and wash it out. And when I wash it out, again, it stays in the twist. And in this specific video, I did put my cap back on to catch all the water, to keep my hair wet while I was doing my makeup and stuff like that. But honestly, this is one of those wash and goes that if my hair does get dry within the process, this is the type of wash and go that it's okay for that. I don't need to re-wet it. Like, the products that I use still work as if my hair was wet. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway. In taking that back twist out, you'll see that my hair is super soft, shiny. It's already pre-defined. At this point, if you're somebody that doesn't really do a lot of product, maybe just gel, you could go in with a gel at this point. I know my hair wouldn't last if at this point I put just the gel on it, you know what I mean? So for me, because my hair just needs a little bit more, I'll go in with a leave-in. In this case, I use the Melanin Multi-Use Softening Leave-In Conditioner. Again, this is a product that I don't use a ton of. Anytime I use a leave-in, I do it for the slip of it all to make sure I still have that smoothness, that slip. I don't like to go in straight with just a cream. I have tried it before. Hair doesn't last as long. My hair literally needs each step. But yeah, so I'll go in with that, rake it through the strands, make sure all of the strands are nourished, especially, again, paying attention to the ends of my hair. One thing that I've learned in my entire hair journey is the ends of your hair are really important. I think what I used to do is just sort of rake it through, not really paying attention to my ends, but I feel the more I pay attention to the ends of my hair, the longer my hair grows, the healthier my curl looks, that sort of thing. So I feel like paying attention to your ends is really important. That is the oldest part of your hair, so you want to make sure it has that moisture, it has that strength, so your hair can grow long without getting to a point and falling off. That makes sense. Then I take my Twist Elongating Style Cream, also from Melanin. I believe this was in my hair video as well. I'm just gonna link that in general. And again, I don't use a lot. I use just enough for the shine and the moisture in that subsection. And I'll rake that through as well. And because it's a thick cream, you got to make sure it's absorbed the best that you can. This is the thing that sort of weighs my hair down just a little bit in order to elongate my curl. But yeah, with just those two products, you can see definition, you can see shine, you can see the length, and you can see moisture. And it's like at this point, you just know it's going to be a good wash and go. You know what I mean? Even though it seems like a lot of steps for somebody who has a low porosity hair, keep in mind I am using what my hair needs, so I'm not going in with a ton of product. I'm sort of using each product sparingly, so I'm not going in heavy-handed with everything. I'm just using what that section needs and then moving on. Next, I go into my Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic Curl Stimulator. For me, this is more to make the curl juicy. This time I start with the root to really get it nice and slick down. Then I'll work my way through the rest of the section, basically finger combing it in there. For me, it's really important to really in each section get not necessarily the scalp, but to get the root of it all. I remember I used to not even get as close as I do now, and I did have a little bit more frizz come sooner, which I never really minded, but I do notice a difference when I try to get closer to my root. Once I get that section nice and juicy, I'll go in with Aunt Jackie's Don't Shrink Flaxseed Elongating Curling Gel. I think I talked about this a long time ago in one of my favorites. I still use this, and I feel like these two in conjunction are a really good combo. And I'll take a little bit again, starting at that root, and then glide it through to the tip, adding little by little where I need it, still raking it through as well. Because I like a little mobility, I like the movement of it all, I like to coat my strands almost individually. So I'll go back into that section and part it, then comb it, then part it, then comb it through. Add a little bit of gel where there's more frizz, where it's a less coated section, that sort of thing. Again, I'm giving my hair just what it needs for that section, and it's defined and it's juicy, and as time goes by it'll shrink a little bit more, which is normal. This go round I did notice that my hair wasn't drying at all, especially in the back. So when that does happen, I'll use my diffuser a little bit sooner, if that makes sense, and I'll hold it on that section for a few seconds, and I'll move section to section, not actually disturbing the curl yet, but just because it's wet and I don't want to create that frizz, I'll sort of hold it there for a little bit. It takes a good amount of time when my hair is being a little bit more stubborn to actually get dry, especially with this specific dryer that I have, or diffuser attachment that I have. So on the days that my hair is super stubborn, like this specific wash and go, I like to take my dryer and I take that diffuser portion off. I'll go in with the cooling setting and I'll sort of part my hair a little bit, and I'll take the ends of it and sort of blow dry right where the root is. Essentially what that's doing is it's allowing my hair to sort of elongate by itself, which is awesome, but it also gets the rest of my hair dry without using a ton of heat. Like I said, once I hit it with that, we're good. It's dry, and the beautiful part is it gives that length, it gives that shine, which you can see in the video. One side is cool dried and the other isn't. You can sort of see that length difference. So now at this point you could be done. However, I do like a little bit more body, so I'll go back in with my actual diffuser and shake up my roots now that they're dry, so I won't have as much frizz. And what happens is it'll tease it up a little bit, and it looks defined, it's fluffy, it's shiny, it's movable, it's healthy, you know, it feels good, all of that great stuff. I tried to be as thorough as I could with like all of my notes for what I do, and tried to give you guys as much advice, I guess, as I could on what I do and what works for my hair. Everybody's hair is different, and I know you guys know that, but just I hope that in some way some of these products may work for you guys. Per usual, I will leave everything that I talked about in this video in the description box below, as well as the look that I have on my face will be in the description box as well. I think I'm actually going to do a tutorial on this look. May have been posted already, maybe it'll be after, I'm not sure. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. And that about does it for me, guys. Hopefully this video was informative and helpful, all that great stuff. If so, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, share the love if the mood suits you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.